the crossover between English and communication. Today, I'm going to talk about how globalization influences English. When a language is exposed to a new vocabulary or a new phrase, at first, people will be confused and don't understand it. But when people gradually understand it, sometimes they put this new vocabulary or phrase into their own language, creating a new form for their own language. And with the influence of globalization, the communication between various languages is more and more frequent, and they deeply affect each other. Taking English as an example, we can find that foreign words or phrases from different languages are more and more common in English. Today, I'm going to take a few examples of influence of Chinese and Japanese on English. Let's talk about Chinese first. The phrase 人山人海 means a lot of people gather together in the same place. You might think its English translation would be crowd of people, but the translation, people mountain people sea, is widely accepted among native English speakers today. Reason is at the International Exhibition of Cinematographic Art of the Venice Biennial in 2011, Chinese director Cai Shangjun's People Mountain People Sea won the Silver Lion Award for Best Director. Soon after, the film was widely reported by the Western media as People Mountain People Sea. Therefore, this Chinese English version had captured a lot of pages and had a lot of exposure opportunities. The phrase 快一点 means hurry up, but we can often hear Western people saying chop chop, especially from children. The reason for this situation is that sailors have been using the slang term chop in a variety of sayings since at least the 17th century, and when sailors started entering the South China Sea in large numbers, they were exposed to the Chinese term 快快, which means hurry up. Over time, sailors pick up the reduplication in the Chinese phrase, but start using their English slang term, and chop chop was born around the 19th century. Now, let's talk about Japanese. The word manga means Japanese comic strip, but Western people tend to use the Japanese word manga for it instead of Japanese comics. The first manga book was born in the late 18th century. It is a picture book called Shiji no Yukikai by Santo Kyoden. And in the 19th century, a famous book, Hokusai manga, contains assorted drawings from the sketchbooks of the famous ukiyo-e artist Hokusai. And another artist, Rakuten Kitazawa, first used the word manga in the modern sense. Then, the word manga started to spread around the world. Today, among English speakers, manga has a strict meaning of Japanese comics. When they think of a comic like this, they don't call it comic, they call it manga. Word tsunami means a long high sea wave caused by an earthquake or other disturbance. And in English, they call it tsunami too. In fact, English had its own word tidal waves for those big high sea waves. A tidal wave are waves created by the gravitational forces of the sun or moon. It's very different from tsunami. Tsunami are waves caused because of the displacement of large bodies of water, but due to seismic disturbances. Since tsunami is not equal to tidal wave, and tsunami has nothing to do with the tidal. In order to avoid confusing tsunami with tidal wave, the International Council for Science officially included the term tsunami in the international term in 1963. The world is full of various languages, and with the development of globalization, English will be more influenced by other languages. As we learn more about language, we'll discover that language is not just a tool for communication, it is more like an expression of a cultural realm, including their history, culture, religion, natural environment, and some special social systems. The world is big. Let's find out the world by learning languages. This is all for today. Thanks for listening.